Oh boy, is this going to be a tough one. The Shining miniseries from 1997. Literally enough, I said that the last movie we looked at was boring. The Signs from M. Night Shyamalan. It still is, but this one takes the fucking cake for being boring as shit. The original Shining movie by Kubrick was a bit more suspenseful. It had so many creepy scares to it. It had the mind of a psychopath into it. But this one takes the cake of being probably the worst, miniseries, probably one of the worst miniseries I've ever seen. It says here on this date here, this one thing on Google here, saying, The Shining is a 3-episode horror television miniseries based on the novel by Stephen King back in 1977. Yeah, 3 episodes of torture. Let's think about it. The first and second episodes, nothing happens. The final episode, at least half of it, at least happens. Nothing is any worth going. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth watching. It's boring. There's nothing happening, nothing suspenseful, nothing interesting. It's just a mess. And I don't want anybody watching it. It's a mess. I literally had to go through that many hours, the same hours as that you people had to spend back in 1997 on the TV, watching this crap. Literally, I'd rather watch The Wasp Woman. Literally the remake of The Wasp Woman. Because at least there was something interesting about it. There's nothing interesting about this movie. For Christ's sake, I still would watch Return of the Vampire, because at least it has Bela Lugosi in it. I'd rather watch all the episodes of The Phantom Creeps, because at least there's something interesting in there that at least would put my naked eye to it. But there's nothing interesting about this one. And then there's this actor here that plays the kid, Danny. Cortland Mead? I don't even know the name here. Can this kid close his mouth? No, for real. Every single time this kid has his mouth open like he's actually salivating something. Can this guy close his fucking mouth? The other thing, too, is just, I couldn't understand a freaking word this kid was saying. And even the way he sounded, it annoyed me. It didn't sound like a child who was completely a psychic, like a regular kid. It just sounded like an annoyance. And to be completely honest here, he kind of deserved all the beating he got from his dad. That's all I can say. He kind of deserved it. He was annoying. I think his dad just basically should have just left the house and just stayed at the hotel. And that's the one thing here. The hotel scenes, some of them pretty decent, but the CG is terrible. Most people remember the infamous bush scenes, then you got the CG hose, and then you had the CG explosion. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. If there was one thing I could say good about this, actually there's two. There's the music, which I actually kind of like in the miniseries. Some of Stephen King's music is just so good that you cannot, play it every single time. The second one is also the guy who played Jack Torrance, Steve Weber. He does an amazing job somehow of actually becoming a crazy psychopath. Jack Nicholson, we all know, is going to pull out a good performance, number one, but Steve Weber didn't do too bad. The thing is that he can't play a drunk guy. I mean, come on. The voice actor for Nikolai Belinsky from Call of Duty Zombies has a way better drunky slur than he does. So, that's one thing, those are the two things positive. Otherwise, it's boring, nothing happens, we're mostly just looking at it, it's not scary, there's nothing going deep into it, it's completely forgettable, and nobody should watch it. Not even horror fans of The Shining, even people who read the novel. If you want a movie, stick to Kubrick's, because at least it's scarier and way more horrifying than this one. And tomorrow, oh my god, tomorrow is not special because we are going to be looking at a fucking killer snowman.
There you are, Doc. Been looking for you.